Where do I begin? Hello everyone, Nick2751 here. Hope you're all having a good Friday. I sure as hell am not. So I'm just gonna go on a bit of a unscripted rant here about the Thomas reboot. And not just the Thomas reboot, but to me that this was just the last straw. Like, I've just been having such a frustrating time with franchises that I hold dear to my heart, specifically video game franchises and, amongst others. And I've been not having a good time in like a retrospective state of them. Looking back, how things aged or, how different they are in my mind now compared to when I was younger. And Thomas is no different. Like, I used to love this show so much when I was a kid, and I can appreciate it now, like, especially the older seasons. Just like with any IP that, when you were a kid and you liked, you can still appreciate it now. Oh, even just for its simplistic things. And, after just seeing this on Wednesday, like, we knew from this leaked image that, oh no, they're gonna babyfy it. Thomas is dead. Oh no, they're doing the whole Americanization thing. We're gonna dumb it down for kids. We're gonna simplify it. And well, the trailer came and went, and if you've been on Twitter, you saw everyone in the fandom lost their crap. And I'm not gonna say all of it was justified. I do think there was a lot of unnecessary behavior, but to put it bluntly, people got upset. More people got upset. Everyone was just not having a good time, and this just kind of proved to me that corporations should just not hold franchises. Really, from now on, it should just be fan content. Because if this is telling me anything, it's that they don't care. Again, we all know corporations are not your friends. Don't trust them. If they're not making money, they don't care. But this is just a whole new can of worms. Because not only is this showing that they don't care, but it's also showing that they're not even going to try anymore. They're not even going to try, okay? That nice CGI, all those great models from years past now, and those amazing books from a bygone era. Nope. Modernity, guys. Because simplification is all the rage. Because who cares about detailing in a rich world other than likable characters when you could just have the same protagonist in every episode instead of offering variety? Yeah, kids, because nobody likes variety anymore, apparently. But, okay, I'm going on for too long. Basically, this is just proof that I'm just done. I'm done with corporations and, IP holders. To compare this rant, I'd say a good friend of mine, the Newman from Packland, you should check him out. He made a cynical nostalgia pandering rant before the year ended, and it was great. Like, honestly, his points were on point. Haha, very funny pun. But, yeah, I feel like this is my breaking point. I have to confess as that I've just not been having a fun time. Seeing, these franchises that I grew up with just being completely bastardized and neutered. And, it's so sad, because, back then, they had humble beginnings. It was nothing huge, but, of course, it became huge. And then, of course, there was a falling, and then we've been trying to recover from that fall ever since. I'm sure you guys know which franchises I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, that rant Newman made, I really vibed with it, cause I just agreed with so many things. Cause when you strip something of its identity, and then you just dumb it down for whether it be, dumb it down for cost measures, for for kids, it's just for kids. Or you're just dumbing it down for nostalgia pandering, and then you're regressing the IP in the series. That just goes against everything that the IP was made for. It wasn't made to be, something just easy to digest. The creator and the author, they had vision. They wanted to make something that would stand out. Something that people would like. Not just little kids, but, the people who are gonna grow up and watch this years later in retrospect and be like, huh, you know what? That held up really well. They actually tried and cared about the property that they were making. I just don't get that with properties nowadays. Because it's either rehashing what already worked, failed reboots that I'm not going to specifically name, but I think you can come up with the answer in your head. Or, just try and take something that worked and then just make it like everything else. Because if it worked for one guy, then I should copy him. And then there's the domino effect, of course. People are like, yo, why are you getting so triggered? It's just a baby's show. Why do you care so much? Well, it's because I've been seeing this happening with every other, company or every other franchise. Because, if they dumb their franchise down and it sells, then I should do it too. And then the next IP. And then the next IP. And then the next IP. And then it just gets worse. It gets worse. Because if one franchise does a move and is big and successful, then every other will try and be just like it and copy it. And then they'll realize, oh crap, this was a terrible idea. And now we're losing our money and we're probably going to have to sell our property. So you see, that's why I'm calling this out now. Because I'm not just referring to Thomas here. I'm talking about every other franchise that I know in nowadays and that I, either remotely care about or just compare it to others. So that's why I'm just ranting here. And I've kind of, pardon the pun, gotten off track. But basically, this is everything I fear about modern day IPs. That they're just regressing themselves, they're simplifying themselves. I mean, do I need to become another Sonic tuber to explain why Sonic is just failing now? I don't think I need to. Oh, by the way, keep an eye out for the Sonic Forces review. Coming maybe sometime next week, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Oh my god. This is just bringing back the 2010s. When everything, had to be, look, it's the good old days, guys. Look, it's the good old days. Oh, look, remember this? Well, we brought it back, but worse, or we're bringing it back for the 1000th time because F creativity. Oh, this is just terrible. Like, really, how do we go from this to this? Just tell me. This is not what Thomas should be. This was never what Thomas was supposed to be. It was never a baby show. Yeah, it was targeted for kids, but that's just like every other kid show. It's made for kids, but you can still find enjoyment in anything. It didn't have to dumb itself down or treat the audience like idiots to make them understand the characters in the story. Thomas was never about friendship or teamwork. Really, the lessons were kind of, don't be a dick or you'll get your comeuppance. That's personally how I see it too. I know there's a lot of other people who also agree with this, but yeah, that was never the sole intention of Thomas. And then now it's all, oh look, it's a baby world. Oh look, it's so cute and adorable and ugh, no, yuck, get that icky, sappy stuff away from me. Ew. So yeah, this is just bad. Like, how do we go from these live action models, and this is just says it all, and then the CGI era. I'm not gonna go into that. It's not bad. Okay, the CGI isn't bad. They still stayed true to the characters and their designs, but. It's funny because, just when you think it can't get any worse, companies, they cannot get any worse. Like, wow, you made this IP so bad now. How could it possibly get worse? No, of course. We open our mouths and then they make it worse. Anyway, this is going on for too long. I've probably already lost my focus. But, oh my god, this is just bad. I'm not looking forward to the future, guys. 2021 is not looking so bright. And with all this Sonic news and, whatever, I'm very skeptical. And I know I've been sounding a little cynical, maybe a little too over dramatic this review and this little rant or whatever it is. And maybe that's true, but it's just you have to remember fictional media holds a very big place in people's hearts. You cannot just dumb down something and then you just expect it to, come out on top like it did before. No, that's not how it works. You see, because you have a creator's vision, and then when they pitch that creation and their vision to the holders, to the soon-to-be holders, and then they buy it, then they don't have the rights to it anymore, and that's exactly what happened. That's the bad thing I've been hearing about modern animations, that the creators, they don't have much creative vision anymore because it's the corporations who get to hold it now. And it's, sad. But what can you do, man? What can you do? But anyway, I think this is really just a message for just support fan content for things nowadays. For anything you love, for any franchise, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bleak the future looks for whatever franchise you love, whether it be from a book, movie, TV show, whatever, a video game, I don't care. You keep loving your stuff, and you remember those glory days, and you cherish those memories, but you also try and rework and add your own stuff. And honestly, I think that just speaks for everything, Just corporations should not hold things, like look at Disney's monopoly. It's not working out. They don't deserve to hold it. Like as many franchises and IPs as they do. Like look at the Star Wars and oh my god, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going there. But just give it to fans, because only fans at the end of the day understand the property, Only they like it, and they truly understand what works and what doesn't, and what's the spirit of the property and the franchise, and then they'll keep it alive through fan content for many years to come, and they pass it down to their future children and whatever. I'm not going into the whole generation to generation stuff, but you get the picture, okay? You get the picture. It's just I really don't like how companies are nowadays. It's just simplification, modernization. God forbid you have a non-Western IP, because oh boy, just like Audrey himself said about the Thomas series, once the Americans get a hold of it, it'll be vandalized or vulgarized, and they'll ruin it. Audrey said that 36 years ago. And now look where we are. The Americans got a hold of it, and they ruined it. Oh, I feel bad. And, this kind of goes into another franchise I like, Pac-Man. Again, just like Pac-Man and Thomas alike, they both took off in the 80s because they both had an identity. They both had something that, the market didn't offer at the time. Thomas, everything else, in the 80s in America was, you think of like these weird American shows that were trying so hard to be, all cool and, fast paced. And then you had Thomas, and it was live action and stuff, and it was like, whoa, I'd never seen this before, and I kind of like it. That's kind of what's stuck, When you create something, you can't just make it, so generic, or, play it safe. You have to have some vision, You have to go, you know what? This is my idea, and I'm gonna make it as creative as I want, okay? It's not gonna blend into the crowd, and that's exactly what's happening. Now Thomas looks like generic baby show number 235 or whatever. It sucks. It just sucks, man. When a series loses its identity, then it just loses everything that made it special. And then it's just like, oh no, you're a boomer. It's just like, oh, you should accept change. And it's like, I can accept change if it's good change. This is bad change. This is just regression and simplification. And I hate repeating myself. I've gone out for over 15 minutes now. Holy crap. But you get the point, man. It's just, I do not like this new direction that so many franchises are going in, that, oh, we have to dumb it down for kids, or we have to make it super easy to swallow, or they're, gonna promise something and then they don't fulfill that promise. Then again, promises don't exist. Promises are just meant to be broken. But yeah, man, this just ties into the whole point. Just, if you like something, that's fine. If you're fine with the current state of a series, again, good for you. But not everyone's gonna like it, okay? Everyone's gonna have a different opinion, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, whatever. I've gone on for long enough, so I'm just gonna begin to wrap this up. Yeah, no, I hate this. Like, oh, this is just bad. This is bad. I don't care about it. If it fails, oh, too bad. I don't care, Mattel. That was on you. Yep, to hell with Mattel. And I hope this blows up in their face. But yeah, might as well talk more about how this relates to Pac-Man. But yeah, like how Pac-Man and Thomas, they offered something new. Pac-Man, was, oh look, this is a character. It's not just a spaceship in a game or a race car. This is a character. And look at these characters, the enemies. Even the enemies have personalities, and they're all bright and colorful. And then, of course, Pac-Man took off and became a success. Just the same with Thomas. As it could be enjoyed by anyone. It didn't matter, whatever you like about it, you enjoy it. If you only like the original Pac-Man games, go ahead, like him. I'm not going to stop you. If you only like, watching Thomas because, oh, it's live action, go ahead, like it. If you hate the CGI, that's understandable. But, over time, they just start to forget what the brand was and, what it meant to people. And I hate seeing that. Alright, I think I've gone long enough, so take care. If you stuck around till the end, congratulations. You just went through some amateur rant. I congratulate you, but peace. Subscribe, like, whatever, I don't care. And I'll see you guys in the Sonic Forces review. Later.